Hi, my name's Tim Hill, my company is Utonic, and in this video we're going to show you how to do some self-massage into your calves, how to stretch them and then tape the arch in order to give the knee a little bit more support and the foot a bit more support, and then we're going to look at some strengthening exercises. Self-massage using massage balls such as this is a soft ball, and this is called an Omni massage roller. So if you start with the leg elevated, and then if you palpate over, what you're looking for is you're looking for the tender spots. So the muscles should be nice and loose, like so, but if you have a good dig around you might find a little tender spot, and again push, hold it for about 10, and then again turn it towards the end, and what you should feel is it starts to loosen off. If they're incredibly tight, if they feel rock solid, then you're going to have to do quite a lot of this. And it's quite uncomfortable, but it will get easier in time. Okay, so again it's just pushing, hold it for about 10 seconds and then give it a little turn. And if you need to find it, you need to get in deeper, so maybe into a spot in there. Say with these muscles, you've got two muscles that sit at the top, or you've got a left and a right head of the gastrocnemius, or a medial and lateral head of the gastrocnemius. Underneath it you've got a muscle called the soleus. So you might find that you actually can palpate through, and in which case you're then trying to get in, you may be using a smaller ball to get into those tender spots. And again, in terms of discomfort, we're looking at about an 8 out of 10. So 10 being unbearable, 8 is bearable, and then when it eases off down to about 3 or 4, you then simply move on and find the next tender spot. So often areas overlooked are the perineals, which can also be tight, and again you can try and work into those by resting your leg on the outside of the ball like so, and again you can use pressure to push down on it using your hands, and then similarly to get into the soleus and into sort of tibialis posterior, you can either try and dig in using your thumbs into those tender areas, or again use a smaller massage ball. So using some kinesio tape or K-tape, we're now going to look at how you can tape your arch in order to give the foot a bit more support. So again, we'll just round off the ends, and then this time you want to put the tape on with a little bit of stretch. So let's say if you just put it from one side of the foot and then put it on, probably about between sort of about a 30% stretch, just to try and give it some mechanical assistance. And then this bit here, there's no need to put it on with any stretch at all, and what you're doing is just wrapping it around over there, because this is the point where it's most likely to come off. And say no additional stretch, but just basically to hold that in place, and again give it a good rub to help activate the glue, and that's going to help create an arch and then offload the Achilles and also the plantar fascia. So you can see what that's doing. It's also just giving the foot some nice support to help keep that knee tracking in line. Then in terms of calf stretches, we need to do a gastrocnemius stretch. So the gastrocnemius crosses the knee joint, so you do that one with a straight leg, like so. So you can just use your hands against the wall to help stabilise, and you want to hold those for 30 seconds. Okay, and then in order to stretch the soleus, what you then do is you put a bend in the knee, and then that will then, you'll feel the muscle. What it is, the soleus doesn't cross the knee joint, so you need to do it with a bend at the knee, and you'll feel it probably around about here. But again, make sure that you're not feeling pain in the Achilles, so just try and stretch it within the bounds of pain. So these eccentric loading exercises we're going to do, they're designed to help strengthen the calf and also the Achilles. So what we're looking at doing is starting by bilateral weight bearing, so weight bearing on both legs, and then so you're pushing up on both, and then you're going to lower for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you can do 10 going down for 10 seconds without any pain, then you're ready to progress to the next exercise. So the next exercise is putting it a little bit further on a stretch. So what we can do is just basically angle our legs, so take them further away from the wall, and then same thing. So what you're trying to do is just basically, the more this muscle goes on a stretch, biomechanically the weaker it is, and that is the position where often an Achilles is snapped. So it's where the muscle goes on full load and full tension, and that's where you're risking a tear. So what we're going to do is start by just basically walking further away, and then again same thing, pushing up on both and then lowering for a count of 10. So again, nice and slowly. So when you can do that and you can basically get that on your full stretch going down for 10, then the next level will be to progress to a partial weight bearing. So you sort of come into a split stance, so you've got one leg forwards, one leg back, and again, so you can push up and then slowly lower going down for 10 seconds. So again, so when you can do 10 going down for 10 with no problems, that's when you progress on to the next version. So then from there, taking it to the next level will be to push up on both and then remove a leg and lower on one. And again, you've got to make sure you can go down for 10 seconds without any juddering. So you're pushing up on both and then you lower on one for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that should be nice and smooth, so it shouldn't be jerky or juddery. When it's jerky or juddery, then that's basically where the muscle's quite weak and it's giving up. And then again, so your next progression, when you can do those going down for 10 seconds pain free, will be to push up on one and lower on one. And again, you're keeping that going down for 10 seconds. So again, so you're going down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have to be careful to watch the range of movement here. So what you can do as a little check is again, try and push up on one, but say if you find that you're not actually coming up very high, it might be because there's still a bit of weakness. So you might still need to give it a little bit of assistance in that last bit of range. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to my channel. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video.